Andy said they're 35 weeks, congratulations, and they would love to know why I have multiple pumps over using the fridge method. So the fridge method is when you put your pumps into the fridge and then use them over again. I personally don't feel very comfortable with the fridge method because I just think the risk of introducing bacteria is too high. I especially wasn't comfortable with it early on, and I think that the time that I did it actually contributed to me having thrush, which is a bacterial infection. And I definitely did not want to have that again. And everyone also just has their own kind of comfort level with things. There is, as far as I know, there are no, like, organizations like the CDC and stuff that says this is actually okay. The only one that I know of is, I think, the Australian, governing body there has said it. But in the US, there aren't really any that say this is actually okay. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not, but it's just, you kind of gotta weigh what you're comfortable with, and I'm personally not comfortable with the fridge method. I also just don't like putting cold pumps on my boobs. That's not comfortable for me. I have a lot of issues, like sensory issues with temperature and liquid, so pumping's hard enough, so that just makes it worse. Additionally, since I'm exclusively pumping, I think that I get better daily outputs, like a more consistent average, if I change parts throughout the day. If I use the same parts all day, that's when I am more likely to get clogged ducts and just generally feel like I'm not getting the best output, because different pumps and different pump parts will affect your body differently. Your body will respond to them differently. And so if I use the same parts, I'm not getting like the different effects of the different pumps and different parts, and so my overall output is lower, and some of those like harder to get to ducts end up getting clogged, especially like up toward my armpit and stuff. So I prefer to change it regularly. I also am a very active person. I'm not someone who I am someone who sits around all day, but I'm also someone who gets out and does things almost every day. Like yesterday I went to the park, today I've got a breastfeeding support group meetup, and so I need to have wearable parts that I can bring on the go, and by that I mean fully wearable pumps, and so those ones are going to be different as well. Anyway, it's kind of a long answer, but basically the short of it is I'm not very comfortable with the fridge method. I use it when I absolutely have to, like when I'm working Renaissance fairs. I will keep my pump parts in a cooler, but I'm still not going to use them for more than 2 times in a row. I just start to think of it as gross. And that's just my own personal preferences. So lots and lots of people do the fridge method. And the hard thing is, with gastrointestinal issues, you really won't ever know if it has an effect on your baby or not. Because you'll see a baby who's having gastrointestinal issues and you can't necessarily identify why. So, yeah, it's just not something I'm comfortable with, especially with a baby with CMPA, MSPI, so, like, allergies, basically. So I have a baby who already spits up and poops in a lot, so didn't want to make it worse.